Welcome to today's session. So today we have this question on the board to solve. It looks a little bit sophisticated, but let's look at how to go about with it. The question is saying that O is the center and they want us to find angle QPR. So how do we go about it? That is what you usually. So you ask yourself, which of the theorems can you actually use? Now, you have a chord over here, all right, and it's subtend to the center. That means that there's supposed to be an angle over here, but we don't know. Let's say probably X. Now, that same chord subtends at the circumference. So that means that if you're able to know the angle here, we can use it to get the angle here. That is angle QPR. All right, so let's make the angle. Let me bring it here. So you can write that let angle QPR to be equal to, let's say, Y. So here is Y. Meaning that if you get the angle at this side, the theorem says that the angle subtends at the center, that is from the chord. That same chord subtends to the circumference of the circle. So the angle at the center will be equal to twice the angle at the circumference. So meaning that X will be equal to 2Y. Now the focus is how do we get the X? Now you have this side here 32, there's X here. So from center to this side is radius, which is R. This side too also R, meaning the R. Now because the radius are the same, this side, it becomes an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle have two of the sides to be equal. Therefore, two angles will also be what? Equal. So meaning that this side will be 32. So you have 32 plus X equal to 180 degrees. Now this one will give you 64 plus X equal to 180. X will be equal to 180 degrees minus 64. X will be equal to, let me use the calculator. You have 180 minus 64. That will give you 116 degrees. So here you bring this one to this side. X equal to 2Y. But this side is 116 equal to 2Y, so you divide. All right, and Y will be equal to 116 over 2. And what do you have? So you are dividing it by 2. And that will give you 59. So that means that the angle that we have been asked to look for this side is 59. All right, based on, let me be sure, 169 divided by 2, you have 50. Sorry, it's 58 instead. I didn't see the calculator well. Sorry. Alright, so this side is 58. Pardon me for that. Now the next side is saying that we should find angle MQO. Angle MQO. So we are looking at the angle at this side. How do we go about with it? So look at it carefully. You see that this side also is a chord, and the chord subtends at the center here. All right, we don't know. And that same chord also subtends at the circumference, but here is 15. But look at it. So you can say that probably this side is Q. So it will become Q equal to, that's this one. No, I'm talking about the center here. Q equal to twice the angle at the circumference, so which is 15. So you have Q to be equal to 30. Now, having gotten it, let's look at a diagram over here. This side is now 30. You have this side, we don't know. This side too, we don't know. But what we know is that it's from the center to the circumference. So that is radius. This side to radius. So we can represent this by A, this by A. Meaning that when you have A plus 30 equal to 180, this side will be 2A plus 30 equal to 180 degrees. 2A is equal to 180 minus 30. 2A will be equal to, that is 150. You divide both sides by 2. A will be equal to 75. Now, let me write it well. Having gotten the 75, let's look at this side. The whole of this side is angle MQ angle MQO. So that is the 75. So meaning that this side is also 75.